Guccione here. Thanks for coming to my YouTube channel. I'm going to show a more advanced form of getting into a supported supra virasana, and I'm going to do it in a 3-method way. And I'm doing it at my home, and I'm just in my regular clothes because I want to show you you can really just squeeze in a pose or two every day, sometime throughout the day. Just take time. It doesn't always have to be going to a class. So my first one, I'm going to go up on a block, and actually I know my knee, I've been skiing a lot the last few days, so I want to keep it really protected. Now, I'm going to put it here, and for me, I'm going to take a block and stick it behind me, and this is what I want you to do too. Have it going lengthwise. Then I'm going to take my softer foam block and put it there. Now I'm going to just lift up. As I just lift up, I'm going to lift from the chest, inner groin go in, and the coccyx goes slightly under you so that you can get a little more length from the sacrum to the lower lumbar. And then I'm going to feel where the block is, and I'm going to come right back. I want it right in my thoracic. Oh, have it, and drop the head back. Think of the lifting from the sternum, and as I was talking about earlier, become communicating with the back of the body. Let the scapula come in and help lift the breast up and over. And then go ahead and take the arms up and over. Oh, I love being by a bookshelf or a wall or something I can grab for leverage. If you can, I'm going to turn my hands so the palms face forward. Or face each other, I mean. And what that's going to do is allow more width to become available for the scapula to come away from the spine. You can count to 30, but it's probably better to go to 50. And when you come up, of course, now I'm going to come up from the chest. Do a downward dog. Really use the hands to hold the weight so that the knees aren't taking the weight from being in virasana and a dog. Now we're going to do it again. I'm going to get rid of the book. But, you know, if you're watching this, I would think you have more of a concept of where your ability lays. So I'm going to take a book out because now my hamstring, my quads are warmed up enough to allow length for the knee to have all the space it needs, right? And then I'm really pressing down with the inside ankle and the big toe so that I'm keeping length on the inner ankle so that my tib is holding my knee in perfect alignment. When I'm skiing, when I'm walking, when I'm slipping on ice, whatever it is, right? And now I'm going to get rid of that block. And I like to do this, and feel free. This is a 15-pound weight, I think. So I'm going to tuck it right here on the top of my thighs. And then I'm going to suck in, lift the tailbone underneath me, slide that weight down just a little bit. Now I'm going to take the block, stick it behind me, and I'm going to come back with an open sternum, right? And lots of length. This time I'm not going to tuck the coccyx under. I'm going to keep it directly underneath the hips. And I'm really going to focus on lifting from the thoracic to come back instead of taking it in the low back, right? None of this. I'm going to come back. Where's my block? There it is. Oh, lovely. Let me get that right in between my shoulder blades. Now I want to focus on, am I really extending equally from the left inner groin to the inner knee to the ground and the right inner groin to the knee to the ground? Oh, really good. And go ahead and take the arms back. And grab that strap. I want you to hold these longer than I am. I'm going to put my hands down and lift up so my knees aren't taking the weight. Go back on my toes, up really high, and then down on the heels. Ah, beautiful dog. And now we'll go a step further. I'm going to take a smaller, narrower block that I have. If you're you're new at getting into virasana, you can go on your head. If you go on your head and put the weight down and lift up the shins, you can be assured that your shin and ankle are in perfect alignment. And I think if you're watching this, I hope you know enough of that. You always want each joint in alignment. So if your ankles are bowed or sickled out, push them in. Cut in the inner ankle. But I'm not going to get into that right now. Okay, now I'm going to take it even lower. I really enjoy the weight because it allows me to get more length from the pubic bone to my belly button. I'm going to take the strap too because that's going to allow me to get more length from the rhomboids up to the scapula. Okay, here I'm going to go. Where is it? There it is. Now I'll put my strap on. I'm going to move my weight down so I keep my knees down. And palms are facing each other. I've got the top of my head on the floor now. Now I want to ask myself, am I really extending the inner ankles to the inner knee correctly? Just feel that. And I'm looking, my right hand will go down, but my left won't. So I'm looking at that. I'm going to bring the scapula in more. There. That's all it took. Inhale deeply. Downward dog. Well, we might as well take it one step further. Actually, my knee wants support, so I'm going to get it a little less. I'm going to get it. I'm going to come back on my elbows, lift the sternum. Oh, this is good for me. You see, I'm listening to my body. Listen to your body. That's the other benefit about doing yoga on your own. It really gives you the opportunity to create the communication. I'm constantly moving my scapula in this position. This is heaven. Inhale deeply. And one more dog. All right, thank you so much. Check out yogawrap.com whenever you'd like.